We're in week 10. We're talking SMART goals. Now, SMART goals may be something you're very familiar with in the corporate environment, and it may be something that gives you a bit of a twitch if your boss keeps telling you, you've got to do SMART goals. We want you to think of these a little bit differently, and if you're not familiar, we want you to think of them for the first time. But a SMART goal is an acronym for a goal that is specific, measurable, achievable, results-oriented, and time-bound. SMART.
So it's not good enough to have a broad goal. I mean, we love
I want to be a better husband.
I want to be a better wife. I want to be a better mom. I want to get up earlier. I mean, I don't really, so don't be accountable to that. But those types of goals don't really get accomplished very easily. And we find more success, more of hitting the target when you pick something that does fall into the SMART category.
So the first thing, we actually are going to change the order just a little bit, and we're going to go to the R first.
Yep.
This idea of results-oriented. Now, we're going to come back, I promise, for our linear thinkers, but the idea of a result-oriented goal is what are you trying to achieve? So if I want to be a better husband, which may be the result I'm going for, I want to keep that in mind with what I'm trying to do as I create my S specific goal.
Now, the R could be that you want to feel more connected to your spouse. Maybe that's why you're going to do what you're going to do. Or we just did the love languages video. Maybe you're trying to show acts of service as love, and that's the result you're going for, is to make your spouse feel loved.
And the reason why we start there is if you can't think and keep in mind the big goal, then you're probably going to get caught up on the minutia of the small goal. So we'll give you an example. So a specific goal, let's say I want to spend more time talking to my wife. So I would say, I'm going to do the 007. I'm going to do my communication dialogue 3 times a week. And then I will make a list to make sure that it's something that's achievable or measurable, which is my M. I'm going to do the communication dialogue 3 days a week, and I'm going to know I did it by checking off that I did it. Think that's achievable?
It is. Yeah, unless one of us is sick, or if you're out of town without signal or something weird like that, it sounds achievable. But the question is it achievable for you?
And then it's going to be time bound. I'm going to review this at the end of 1 month. So really, basically, I'll have 4 weeks of
and you're
trying
making
this.
up 1 month. I mean, it could be
whatever. I'm just saying this is the time I'm going to
order.
look. And yeah, you may want to check it every week to see how you did. But you see, I left out the R, and I left it out for a reason. Because I could go down my list and check. I did it. Whew, successful SMART goal. But it's not if I haven't hit that result. If we aren't feeling closer in communication, something's still missing. And it may be that it became too rote. It became too, this is what we're supposed to do, and we didn't really want to do it. But at least we can check it off the list. And if that ends up being the result you're going for, then that's not going to actually reach your larger result.
So you can see how this is beautiful, because it's helping you make sure that you really are moving forward in the direction you wanted to and not getting caught up in checking things off, as some of us do. So what is your goal? What is a SMART goal that you can create? And walk through these steps. You might find that certain parts of it come easier to you, so you might want to get someone else's eyes on it. If it's a surprise to your spouse, get a friend to look at it. But if it's not a surprise, you might want to show it to your spouse and get their input on it. Certainly you have your group to lean into on this, to dialogue with them about SMART goals that they've set. Kind of iron sharpens iron this, so that you can help each other create effective SMART goals.
Because we don't want this to be the last week you work on your marriage. We want your marriage enrichment to continue on for years and years to come. And SMART goals are the way to do it. And you can even go back to your workbook and say, here's an area that we want to focus on, and we're going to make a SMART goal around that. But don't let this be the end. Putting the book on the shelf and then walking away.
It's really the beginning
Of the rest of your lives. That was cheesy, but it's true.